Hi, and welcome to the Virtual Brow Boutique. My name is Doria Sessions, and I will be guiding you through some quick and easy tips and tricks to creating or enhancing your brows. And just to give you a little bit about my background, I have a true passion for helping others and making people feel good and look good. I've actually been in the beauty industry for about 19 years as a licensed professional, educator, and a business consultant for franchise salons. And one thing I will say is I also have seen the trauma that cancer has had in its many forms in my own family. So a few years ago, I joined the Pink Peppermint Project team as the director of beauty services for GlamCon. And for me, it was a perfect fit because I was able to connect my passions and what is important to me, wellness, education, and beauty. And with GlamCon and the Pink Peppermint Project, it really just tied in that true sense of community and support. So also, joining us for a brow tutorial is a woman that has, she actually defines, what a true definition of a glamorous conqueror is, where strength and beauty go hand in hand. So I would like to,
Okay.
I'd like to introduce you to Cormisha Beatty. Cormisha, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey everybody, my name is Cormisha Beatty and I am the marketing director for Pink Peppermint. This is my fourth GlamCon and we're so excited about today's virtual event. I am a glamorous conqueror myself. In October of 2019, I was diagnosed with stage 3B colorectal cancer. I've been through 8 rounds of chemo. I've had 28 sessions of radiation, and I also had a lower anterior resection surgery. So I'm happy to announce that I'm currently NED. For those of you who don't know what NED is, that means no evidence of disease. And I am a colorectal cancer survivor.
Yay, that is a blessing.
Yes.
Blessing. So thank you so much for sharing your testimony with us, Cormisha. So before we get started, I do want to just note that, the eyebrows are the frame to your face. So getting them to look good after like any medical issues, the aging process, or even just having, overdoing it with like hair removal procedures, it can be a real struggle. So, today's brow boutique is all inclusive, so if you have no brow, if you have, thin brows, or even if you're just looking to just those quick and easy daily routines, this is going to be helpful. So the first thing to note is how to find a brow shape that actually flatters your face. Because I know we've all probably seen, people that it's just kind of like, yeah, that don't work, right? So if you have a round or an oval shaped face, it's important to note that maybe a brow with a high arch. My face is a little round, so I really like having a high arch. If you have a heart or a diamond shape, then a brow with like a slight curve will really flatter your face. Or even if it's square, a thicker brow with a slight curve will be helpful. So, Cormisha, what face shape do you have while I gather our products we're using?
I
think it's diamond.
I've always considered myself to have an oval, but I will definitely say that when I was on chemo and I was getting those steroids, my face was round, perfectly round. Those steroids really, I forgot what we call it, but it like gives you this moon face, everything kind of round. So yeah, that's a very good tip.
Okay, cool. So you can use create like a high arch, or just if it's too high for you, I'll show you how you can clean that up, okay?
Okay.
Today I'm going to be using Thrive Cosmetics, and Thrive is a vegan and cruelty-free product line. And what I love is that with every single purchase, they donate to help a woman thrive. So yeah, so I know you have a couple of Thrive Cosmetics that with you today. So yes, awesome. So a couple of the tools, and actually before we even start, but a couple of tools or something to note, shall I say? If you don't have a brow, you can start by trying to find the guide, and everybody has a brow bone, right? So you can feel where your brow bone is. And also, we have a natural curve. I know you guys probably can't see it on me, but there's a natural curve. So this is a good guide to make sure that you don't place your brows too low or too high. Again, that's if you're creating a brow. Also, another tip is you could use a brow stencil. Either way, when you're enhancing your brows or even creating it, practice makes perfect. So the tools that you want to start with are making sure you have a really good foundation. You want to clean up your brows. So whether you get them waxed, threaded, or even you could use like a little, this is a razor, like a brow razor. You could also catch them other hairs on your face, like the chin and lip hairs. But this is a great tool. A brow pencil. So again, we're using Thrive Cosmetics, but a brow pencil is great to outline, to detail, or you could even use it as a filler. And this one does come with a brush on the end. A brow gel is really good as well. Now, a brow gel, whether it is a mascara, like a mascara wand, or even in like a little palette, this basically is going to create like a thicker and a fuller brow. But I'm also going to show you guys a quick little easy tip. Or you could use a brow powder. So there's brow powders, and then or you could just use a eyeshadow. So we're going to use this Thrive Perfect Perfect Eye Palette. It's warm neutrals, and I actually really love this because you can see how rich the color are, right? And so this very top row are like perfect colors that you could use for a brow. All right. And then, one thing I will say, Cormisha, before we just start, is it's great to have when you're trying to find a color, it's great to find a color that enhances like your natural hair color or just kind of blends in with your natural hair color. My color is black. However, I am using like a dark brown because like when you're using like black as like an eye color, color, it could be a little harsh and look like a Sharpie. We don't want to look like they use the Sharpies today, okay?
So if you have black hair, get dark brown or okay.
Yeah, this is my recommendation and my preference, and it just gives more of a natural look. Okay. I'm not saying if you use black, go for it, but it just gives more of a natural look. Okay. Even if your hair is lighter, then you could just use, again, there's several colors that you could choose from. If you have like blonder hair, even if you have, red hair, you could use something that has a little bit more of a red tint to it.
Okay.
Right. So before you start any makeup application, even if it is just brows, it is important to prep your face. You want to be sure that your face is cleansed and moisturized. And I know Thrive has a skincare line as well, but I know you've had treatments. Is there any like particular product that you use or any tip that you want to share?
Yes. One of my best friends when I was in treatment was Aquaphor. Aquaphor is great. A little bit goes a long way because it's kind of thick. So if you just put a little bit, and I would use it all over my face. Like I had to come down off of the whole extravagant self-care thing and just use what was able to moisturize and penetrate my skin because chemotherapy really did a number on my skin.
So it made the skin really dry?
Yes, very, very dry. And the Aquaphor, it's medicated as well. So it's soothing when you put it on. Not only is it adding moisture, but it's soothing.
Awesome. Well, that's a great tip. Thank you. All right, so let's start. You ready? So let's grab our eye pencil, and this is the Infinity Waterproof Eyebrow Liner, in the color Serena. So this is a dark brown, and again, this is from Thrive Cosmetics. So the very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to outline our brow. Before we start, I want to just give you guys just kind of like a quick little guide so that you'll know how far to go in and how, where to stop. So if you take your eyes and you literally line them up, like the inner corner of your eye, that's a good guide, so you know how far to go in. And then also the outer corner of our eyes. This is basically a good reference point as to where to stop. And another thing to note, like, how do you know where to start the curve? So like the colorful part of our eye, that's called the iris, right? So the outer part of the iris is basically where you want to start to curve. So I'm gonna let you, start to outline the under part of your eyebrow, and I'm
Okay.
gonna show, those that are actually creating a brow, a quick little trick. So
Okay.
using the iris at the outer part of the iris, I'm going to go in and create literally like a little triangle. So I know it's kind of hard for you to see, but I literally created a triangle using that outer part of my iris. And now I'm going to go in and it's just like connecting the dots. How are you doing?
I think I'm okay.
All right, cool. So I'm connecting the dots, and if you mess up, just wipe it off. But connecting the dots, so I've created the outline for my underbrow.
I can't see what I'm doing. Hold on.
All right. Well, I'm going to keep going. But
Okay.
once you're ready, then you could also connect the top. So I'm going to outline the top of my brow. So now we've got a good outline. And I like to, after I've created the outline, it's good to go in with a brush. If you don't have, this particular product, you could also use a mascara wand, an old mascara wand. Just make sure that you wash it and cleanse it. But go, just gonna brush, blend it in and brush. And that just kind of gets rid of that line. Yes, I see it. I see that brow popping.
Okay, girl.
And now it's time for the filler. Now, I personally am a person that loves a good a brow powder. So I'm going to use this dark brown color.
Okay.
And also I have several brushes, but this is one of my favorite just because it has a firm bristle. But I know, Cormisha, you prefer to use the pencil, right?
Yes.
And that's no problem. However, because you do have a brow gel, I'm going to show you a trick. So go start filling in, your brow, but leave the inner hairs alone. And I'm going to show you just a quick little trick.
Okay.
All right. And I'm going to show everybody else how you could use the powder. All right. So literally, I just dipped it in the dark brown. I'm filling it in. You see that brow popping? And then I'm going to go in and brush. Blend and brush. And then again, if you're using a brow gel, and you keep going, Cormisha, but if you're using a brow gel, I love this one because this is the Insta Brow Fix. It's a semi-permanent gel. And this wand literally it's really small if you guys can't see that. But a cool tip is taking the wand and brushing down. Now, I'm not touching the skin. I'm brushing down. And this is literally this is going to give you, it's going to enhance the brows, but it also is going to avoid like that kind of heavy product application. Your brows look kind of really harsh, maybe. But as I'm allowing that to dry, you literally could stop there. I mean, you could really kind of see that, the brow right here is it's really defined, but also this brow has no product on it. But we are going to take it a step further. Yep, that's looking good. We're going to take it a step further. Really want those brows to pop. You have some concealer, right, Cormisha?
Yes.
Okay. So
and I'm not frowning. This is I'm putting on a brow face.
It's fine. It's fine. So my brow is dry now, so I'm going to go in and blend it. But I'm going to use a little bit of concealer and just literally go in and trace that brow. And you can
do that fast
now. Yes. And then I'm going to use a beauty or a Thrive Beauty blender to kind of blend it all in.
Okay, so this is the part that always confuses me because I always end up wiping off what I put on my face. Like I wipe off the parts that I don't want to wipe off. So how close do I need to get to my actual brow when I do this part?
Right, just slightly right underneath it, just right underneath the line that you've already created. And the last thing I just want to show you guys is this is the Brilliant Eye Brightener. So I'm going to just, and it's actually it's called Aurora, and it's actually just a little like golden shimmer color. And literally, you can see the difference. You see the before and you see the after, right?
I'm doing it on the top and the bottom?
For your foundation, yes.
Okay.
Yes. The if you have like eyeshadow or like a brow brightener, you just want to use that underneath. However, I do want to just note that, again, the first 100 attendees received some lovely Thrive Cosmetics. So this is awesome. But I want to thank you guys for your time. Cormisha and I are going to continue with doing our other brow, and you guys enjoy GlamCon. Thank you.
Hi, this is fun.
Awesome. So, yeah, keep going. It looks good. Okay. Yes, awesome. Yes, ma'am. And then make sure that you blend the top too.
Oh, it worked. I never do this part. Yes. I always mess it up.
Yes. Okay. Popping. It is popping.
Oh, awesome. My eyebrows always look like I'm winking. This one is always higher.
I love it. I love it. So, do you have any like eyeshadow?
I don't, not here with me.
No, it's okay. But just, it's just good to note that like on this palette, like you can use like this is right? Yeah, but you could use like a little shimmer to go underneath.
Oh, and just make it pop.
Yeah. I mean, and you don't have to be all fancy. You don't have to have all of these extra products, but you just go in and blend it.
Okay. Like with my finger?
Yeah, you can just use your finger. Or you could use a Q-tip, just you don't want to like wipe it off, but you could use a Q-tip. Use what you have. These are makeup applicators as well. Our fingers.
Oh, thank you so much, Doria.
Yes, thank you. I'm going to finish these other brow and you guys enjoy GlamCon, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.